The next stop on our world tour has brought us down here to Ballon GA Club. Ballon, of course, taking on Leighlinbridge in the Junior A Football Championship final in Netwatch Cullen Park. It's on the horizon. I had many a battle with this man on this pitch. It is a few years ago now at this stage, but he's agreed to stand in here beside me. Now, we're still keeping our distance just in case. Paddy Byrne, how's things?
Not too bad, Kevin, not too bad at all, yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming down to meet us, especially at short notice or whatever. Another Leighlinbridge Ballon battle. We've had a good few of those down through the years. And I think I might as well just address the elephant in the room, right? From a Leighlinbridge point of view, there's always been this rivalry with Ballon, and you can't put it down to geography. Is it reciprocated? Do Ballon view Leighlinbridge as a rival? And why do you think there's been a little bit of needle in some of the games down through the years, do you think?
I think it's just down to the aggressiveness of the playing style, both sides. You know, I don't actually think there's anything in it other than that. And I suppose, look at, we give as good as we get, and you do the same. And I think that's most of it. And sure, naturally enough, we've had battles. And when you face teams over and over again, like, you know, lads might have it in their head, you know, there's a score to be settled here or there's a score to be settled there.
Yeah.
I suppose you've had the best of it this year, there's no doubt about it, and sure, over the last couple of years. So we'll try and put that right next Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah. And look, the line we're going with, and there's an element of seriousness in it, is that it is very hard to beat a team 3 times in 3 big games. Leighlin got the better of that league final, obviously the round 1 encounter in Championship, and here we are now on county final day. And I suppose from Leighlinbridge's point of view, they might be coming out from the point of view that we've beaten them twice, we know we're capable of doing it. Ballon might be saying to themselves, well, look at, you know, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So I don't know, it's all a mind game, but you have to go out and play, and that's the whole of it. The rest of it's nonsense, isn't it, really?
Yeah, look, the great thing is, great group of young players we have, and look, they're full of confidence, and they won't be really worried about the occasion or anything like that. It'll be just go out and play football. Might be a few nerves at the start, but that'll be it.
What way will you be?
Me? Sure, physically I'm about feeling about 50 now, so but look, I'll be there alright. If I'm wanted, I'll be there, carrying bits of injuries, and look at on a county final day you have to have lads 100%, so the team will be picked that way. Anyone that goes out there will have no excuses. I'd say, to be honest, it's going to be the same sort of game as we usually have, a good physical encounter. They usually are fair physical encounters, though. There's never anything, but you know,
just hard physical games,
hard physical games. I can see it being the same. And look, once our lads play football the way they can, I'm confident.
You're confident.
I'm confident.
Yeah, that scares me.
But at the same,
but you're always confident.
Yeah, always. Yeah. I always would have been, and even going into the league final, I was confident. And look at Leighlinbridge, well and truly put us in our place that day. I was taken off at half time. I think that you have every reason to be confident as well after beating us through the year as you have. But it's going to be hard for you to beat us again. I think it will be.
You were playing football a long time. How long are you playing adult football? Do you know, roughly?
20.
Kind of a trick question, but not really intended.
I was at, I think 2022. I think this could be my 22nd championship here with Ballon. Yeah,
fair go on.
Yeah, now
straight how a minor, probably still minor.
Yeah, it would have been still minor the first. That would have been back in the old junior when there was more teams juniors, or you know, there was more in senior. So. But it seems like a long time. There was a group of us came through together there. You played against all of us. A group of us came together, and with that group, I suppose myself and Mousy are probably the
only couple left.
The two, you know, and like Wilson, then going down to Wilson, John Gittins, those lads are all there. Peter Zarafa was away in Australia for a while, but he's well and truly a part of that group as well. It's great to have him back. But 22 enjoyable years. As it goes, I think this team is the first team that kind of competes with that original. You know, we got the senior, BHRO got senior with a good strong team that time. Different sort of a team. We were very, very physical back then. This team is a fast flowing football team. And if they keep the ball moving through the hands, I see it in training there, it's hard to stop. There's a couple of lads there Evan and Shane and these lads, if they sidestep you, you'd end up in the ditch. That's just the way it is. Like, they're just too fast, you know. Any bit of room, so you just, best thing you can do is try and hold on to them.
You're being left in the ditch for entirely different reasons. Yeah. I remember that team, of course, and was it a replay against Paddy? You got relegated from senior.
Yeah. We were unlucky as well. Sure, look at you, get relegated, you deserve to be relegated. But Pal had a bad year that year and ended up in a relegation final against ourselves. And we drew the first game and they beat us well in the second game. Yeah, and again that same team nearly. I think, did you get stung with the whole restructuring in that you went to junior without being relegated, the same as us, or did you get relegated from intermediate? I can't.
I think. Do you remember the time with the fighting cocks and all that?
Yeah, I remember that. Alright.
Because I know Leighlin didn't get relegated from intermediate, which is mad, and they haven't been back up since, right?
Yeah.
But I think Ballon possibly might have been in the same boat. Possibly. But it meant that really good team, near enough the same team that played senior, was playing. He won the junior this time 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, we won
against
Pal,
yeah.
And then we beat Fenna in 2017 in the junior as well, and we won it that year as well. Fenna went in that year probably a little bit overconfident on the day. They were a very good Fenna team. Look, they've gone up senior since. But should we keep coming back down? Probably no harm that there's a little bit of break since 2017 that these young lads have got a chance to come through. Like I'd imagine out of our starting team there won't be any more than 3 lads over the age of 25, you know. It's a young team, and I don't think they'll have any reason to fear anything. They're used to playing big games at minor, at St Martin's, and playing in A finals and things like that. So hopefully now, fingers crossed.
What's the Briar Kelly after bringing to it this year?
A lot.
Calmness.
A lot. No, I tell you, it's funny, I would have known Briar, you know, and Briar, the thing that I'm so impressed with more than anything, I knew he'd be brilliant at football because he's seen it all. He's been trained by the best of trainers, he's played at the top level, he's won senior championships, and he's brought all that, and the training and preparation is just top class. But the thing that probably impressed me most is actually his patience. Because I wasn't really expecting that, if I'm honest now. And when he needs to be patient, he's able to treat everyone individually different, and his man management is quite good. Very impressed with him. Can't say enough about him, to be honest. And look at he's still active in the game. You know, so it's quite a cool, I suppose, to get. And if you look at the Leighlin management team, it's fairly, you know, a new breed type of stuff as well, and maybe that's the way lads are going. There's no right or wrong formula, of course. It's whatever works for you. Day to day, you're busy enough. You come from a farm background. Yeah, I'm a farmer. Busy between the farm and here, and a young family. I'm fairly busy. Like, I look at farming as obviously your family is first, and your income, I suppose, is second. But Ballon, try and move mountains to get over here if I can, you know. And sure, I'll continue to do so anyway. That's your outlet, like. It is. I really love this bunch of lads. Like, they're a great bunch. I trained them at the under-20s last year, and they're great lads. Like, they're super lads altogether. Really nice bunch, and they're getting closer and closer together as they go further on, and if they could win something, it'd really cement them, you know. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Do you ever see, I suppose we spoke on the podcast recently, we will finish up now very, very shortly, but we mentioned the fact that 3 clubs from in around this area got to the semi-finals of the junior, and we kind of surmised about how strong that possible amalgamation might be at a level. I'm not saying, like, specifically that it would only be an amalgamation, but could you see some sort of amalgamation happening at some stage, with the possibility of the clubs still existing themselves also at playing at a lower level? Is that something you could see happening, and would you be in favour of it, do you think, personally? Personally, and I didn't set you up for this now in case anyone thinks, because you're after catching me on the hop. But we don't do scripts, everyone knows. But I know that. But no, personally, it'd be together entirely. I'd like to see it. Okay. I don't see a structure where you can be together and play a senior team and then have 3 separate junior teams. I don't see that working, because you get people who are too good and too lazy maybe to put in to play senior, and they just revert back to junior. And we've had it before, we've tried it before, and just to be clear as well, that's my opinion, you know.
Not the club's opinion, obviously.
Well, to be fair now, I'd say the club would be supportive of it, but to be very clear, I very much respect the Fighting Cocks and Kilbride. Wonderful clubs, and they're entirely entitled to their own opinion, you know, and I wouldn't be pushing it on anyone. I've probably made that mistake before of being a bit too bullish about it. It's down to them to come to the table on something like that. But personally, I would like to see it all together as one, or else we'll do the best we can on our own. That's my opinion, you know.
Good stuff. Well, look, in the meantime, we'll wrap it up on that one. The very best of luck next Sunday. Let the best team win, and good to catch up with you again.
Thanks, Kevin, and best of luck. Best of luck.
Come on, Paddy.
So, man.